The last one.
Leopards live in here too.
Mm-hmm. So we're just going to start. We're not going to finish today. So
Okay.
what's cool about the rainforest, this one is different from all of the habitats that we've learned. The rainforest actually has 4 layers to it, okay? So it's not just like a regular, oh, like the pond, we know, like no, the rainforest is 4 different levels, okay? So we're gonna learn about each layer of the rainforest. So that's what makes it really cool, is how different it is. Okay, so animals of the rainforest habitat. Okay, would anybody who did not read in social studies would like to read? You read in social studies, Colin, or no?
No.
No, okay, go ahead. Animals of the rainforest habitat.
Okay. Jungles are very thick. Wet forests. Jungles are very thick, wet forests. In fact, another name for the jungle is the rainforest. The rainforest is home to more animals than any other habitat. Can you think of animals that live in the rainforest? There are many. There are also many different kinds of plants in the rainforest. The rainforest trees and plants give off important oxygen for people and animals to breathe. Because the rainforest has so many different kinds of plants, it can be divided into 4 different habitat layers: emergent,
Yes.
canopy,
Mm-hmm.
understory, and forest floor.
Good. Okay, so jungles are wet, thick forests. Okay, so they are a type. I mean, it's rainforest, but they're wet. They get a lot of rain. That's why they're wet. Okay, and so they have different kinds of plants, different kinds of animals, all of that lives inside of the rainforest. And so, like we said, it's divided into 4 layers. You have the emergent, the canopy, the understory, and the forest floor. Now, rainforest can be found in different continents. So if you look at the picture 81 at the bottom, so you see how they have the equator. The equator is like an imaginary line, and anything that's near the equator, any land that's near it, will always be warm. It will be very warm there. And so, if you look at each one of where the rainforests are, they're all near the equator. So you have in South America, you have that's the one right here. Let me show you. See what I'm talking about? In South America, okay, that's a rainforest. That's actually the largest. The Amazon is what they call it. Okay, that's the largest rainforest. Then if you go to Africa, there is a little bit of rainforest there. And then we have in Asia, South Asia here, you have a little bit of rainforest. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and start. And so some of the animals, does anyone know any animals that live in the rainforest? We'll talk about some, but before we start, okay, what you have, Bailey?
Like this thing right here.
Oh, a sloth. Okay, yes, a sloth. Anybody else have something? Austin?
Tiger.
Yes, a tiger. Mm-hmm. Omar, what you have?
A gecko? It's lizards that walk on
Yeah,
glass.
lizards. Yeah, they have different kinds of lizards that live there too. Okay, Cadence, we can't hear you.
A parrot.
Yes, parrots. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay, Shane.
Birds and lizards.
Yes, different birds, different lizards. Okay, a jaguar, gorillas, orangutans.
Snake.
Yes, a boa constrictor. To be, there are different snakes, but in particular, a boa. Those are huge snakes, and so yeah. All right, let's go to 82. Let's talk about the first layer, which is the top layer, the emergence layer. Okay, I'll read because we are over time today, so I will read. Okay, the emergent layer. The emergent layer is made up of very, very tall trees that act like an umbrella, reaching above the rest of the rainforest. The changing weather of a rainforest affects this layer the most. The leaves on the trees get more sunlight and rain in this layer than any other layer. God gave the leaves a special design. They are small and have a waxy coating This design keeps them from drying out. Many animals can be found in the emergent layer. Monkeys, sloths, butterflies, and birds live there. God gave each animal a special design, such as wings, tails, or strong arms. Some of these animals fly or glide from tree to tree searching for food. God's special design helped both animals and plants survive in this layer. So the tallest layer of the rainforest is called the emergent layer. So this layer is mainly trees. I mean, they have some animals that live in it, but it's mostly trees, the tall trees that are way up there above the rest of the trees, and it's at the top of the rainforest. So this part receives a lot of the rain. So the way that the plants are made, the leaves are made, they have like a waxy coating, which allows them to kind of preserve the water so that they don't dry out. Okay, so animals found here are monkeys and sloths and butterflies and birds. Mostly animals that live in trees will be there, or animals that can fly because it's so high up. Okay, and so that's why it says God gave these animals wings and tails and strong arms because they live inside of those trees. So this is the emergent layer. Okay, let's go to the second layer, which is the canopy. The canopy layer is protected from most of the changing weather by the emergent layer. So remember, the emergent is the highest, and it protects a lot of the other layers, and one of those being the canopy. It's protected from the constant rain and different weather because of the emergent layer. So the canopy layer has the largest variety of plants in the rainforest. They have big trees, vines, and mosses, flowers, and ferns. Very little sunshine, rain, and wind can reach this layer. So this is where it starts to get dark. That's one thing about the rainforest. It is very dark. And so the canopy, I mean, the emergent, of course, isn't dark, but as you start to go down into the rainforest, it gets dark. And so this is one of those layers. So not much sunshine, rain, and wind can get there. And so the tangle of plants, the plants kind of grow in that area. So if something like falls through it, it probably get caught in one of the vines or mosses because that's how it grows. Have y'all seen vines before, how it grows?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So snakes, toucans, and tree frogs love to feed on the many insects, fruits, and seeds that are found in there. So that's a boa constrictor. If you see that snake there, huge, really, really huge snake. Toucans, which is the bird here, and tree frogs also live in this area, and they eat the insects, fruits, and seeds in this area. So they are able to survive in this area because of different their design, you know, calls or songs. They are able to live in this area. Okay, so this is the canopy, the second layer of the rainforest. So we have the emergent top, then the canopy, which is still trees. We're still in the trees. We're just in like the lower parts of trees where there's a lot of vines and mosses. Okay, so that's where we're going to stop. Those are the first two layers of the rainforest habitat. Okay, are we good?